Taxonomy Online Mathematics. We are still on the WASSCE 2022 June question paper, question number 18, the objectives. We are to make T the subject of this relation. So we have K equals to M, the root of T minus P over R. Now when you are asked to make a letter or a variable the subject, when there is an equal sign and there is a root, square root, we try to eliminate the square root first by squaring both sides. If you square both sides of the equal sign, the square root will go, so that you can be able to have this fraction on its own. But before then, there is a factor multiplying the square root. So if you square both sides, the K will be squared, the M will be squared, and the root will be squared. But I would prefer to eliminate anything attached to the root, so that the root will be on its own. So in this case, I'll be dividing through by M in order to cancel it from this side. So that becomes K M K divided by what? M equals to M root of T minus P over R all over what? M. I believe it's that much. M. So if you are going to cancel this, we are only going to have K over M equals to the root of T minus P over what? R. So now we can square both sides of the equation. If I square both sides, I'm going to have K over M all squared T minus P over R all squared. So obviously we are doing the squaring because we want to cancel the square root. So our square root is going to be eliminated. But don't forget, this is also under indices. If I have a division and there's a square root, the power can affect all of them. So that means I have K squared M squared equals to only T minus P over what? R. Do you get it? The square root is now taken off. So T minus P over R remain the only fraction we have. So this becomes a simple fraction that we can cross multiply, or we can use the LCM, M squared R, or I'll prefer to multiply by cross multiplication. So cross multiply, that will be R will be multiplying this, K square R equals to this is also going to multiply that, M square T minus P. This is our P, this is the T. So the 2 is going to multiply the M in order to open that bracket. So my K square R equals to M square T minus M square what? P. As in, if I am opening this bracket, then term outside the bracket, multiply each of the term in the bracket. Good. We say we are looking for T. So the T is now isolated. So we send anything attached to the T to the other side. This is subtraction. It becomes K square R plus M square P equals to M square T. Now the T is now on its own, which we can easily eliminate the excess baggage by dividing both sides by what? M squared. So right away, if you do that, you have jump a method. It should be, this will be repeated again before you write, but I'm short of board. So I'm trying to divide this by the M squared over M squared. What I mean is that this step is supposed to follow the one that I just eliminated. So that it will be this method and this method too. But the board is finishing. So this We'll cancel this. So I am only left with T equals to K square R M square P over M square as our final answer.